Welcome back, folks. Jayborino here. This is Starcraft 1 Retribution expansion pack for the original Starcraft. This is the 9th Terran mission. Looks like the second from the last. On the Trail of the Stone, the path of the Argus Stone is paved with the bodies of Protoss defenders. Wow, that's morbid.
We've located the Argus Stone. Apparently, it has been in the possession of the Protoss for some time. It would not bode well for the Dominion if they were to unleash the rumored powers of this ancient artifact. They have fled with the stone to a set of ruins on the far side of Eridas. This region is heavily saturated with Protoss tribes, making an offensive difficult. Destroy their defenses so we can initiate a land assault. Once the Protoss threat is eliminated, the stone will be ours.
Completely destroy the Protoss tribes. Okay, well, also, real quick, no one has commented on this for a while, but I want to let you know. So, the briefings are a little soft. That is based on the in-game sound effects, and if I turn those up, then everything else will be way too loud. So that's why this is the way it is. So I apologize if you gotta turn your volume up just for the briefings. Anyway, let's get going. Okay, well, let's see what we're up against, but one thing I have not done yet in this campaign, well, I kind of did it earlier when Archimedes was studying the Cerebrit, but I was going to say I haven't done a scummy all-battlecruiser composition yet, and I'm tempted to give it a shot just because, I mean, I feel like one mission out of the campaign, I could just do a mass battlecruiser sweep the map. And I understand I did that when the Zerg were on an island in that one other mission, but at least that mission was kind of spruced up by some other stuff. I'm thinking this might be the mission when I go ahead and I do a battlecruiser composition. It looks like, well, we've got a bridge here. Not a big fan of vultures, and it probably won't even research spider mines, so let's just go ahead and use these to scout around. Go ahead and start getting gas. Last map, I didn't get gas early enough. That was a big mistake. I don't know. I didn't mean to lift that up. All right, let's just run away. Let's just drive around and see what we can find here, all right? Just look all around, let's just right-click down in the bottom right, see which way my vultures go, or they're going to be stuck forever. That's okay, too. Probably going to start gas earlier. That's always the bottleneck. Start some basic upgrades here. Alrighty. Control tower. Let's move you over just a little bit. Let's lift my barracks up. I'm just consolidating for space. It looks like we've got this whole area, and I'm assuming we're going to get dropped on over there. Okay, so this... Oh, I had really hoped that would get through there. This looks like the teal Protoss base. We have to kill everything. There's no direct land route. Maybe we could drop. But because the amount of bridges on this map, this is why I'm leaning towards maybe this is just going to be my scummy mass battlecruiser map. In fact, I'm pretty much decided that that's what it's going to be. I have not found an expansion. I had hoped I'd find an easy expansion close by, and it doesn't seem like that's an option, unfortunately. Okay, we need to get siege mode. That's very, very important. We do have to defend ourselves while we wait. Let's go ahead and get an armory as well so we can start our upgrades. And I'm going to start throwing down some turrets over on this side just because I expect to be dropped on by teal.
Upgrade complete.
So yeah, okay, there's a cannon. I was going to say, I think this entire area must be the teal base. It's a bit of a shame that we don't have an easy expansion to take. I will keep looking, unless there's a base up here as well. Now this looks clear. Whoop, whoop, nope, no. Just hold position right here, buddy. I'll come back to you here in a second. All right, siege tank's looking good. Let's go ahead and get that comsat station. We can use that to scout. And scouting just seems... It's become more and more important to me as I play. Okay, let's throw this down over here.
Research complete.
Okay, that's siege mode. We're going to need more tanks and bunkers, for sure. So yeah, I mean, I've said multiple times, I'm not thrilled with the idea of making tons and tons of battlecruisers all the time. But I don't know, on missions like this where it seems like it's mostly bridges onto different islands, I'd rather do an Air Force. I could drop, that's one thing I've kind of failed to do. Okay, there's dragoons everywhere. Oh, okay, well, here's a base. There is a base up here I could take. Interesting. I don't know. See, the problem is I'd have to fight my way up there, and then I have to defend myself on two fronts. Which direction would teal attack me from? And that's kind of something where I'm not save scumming either. Like, I'm not utilizing too many saves, and I'm playing this blind, which is why I don't know, that makes it a little harder. What I could do is I could have come into this mission, and I could have played it first just to see, like, oh, if I take this base, will the Protoss attack me here or here? Where do I need to invest my defenses? That would save a lot of time and resources. I suppose that's kind of the fun of the game, but I'm also showcasing these maps in which I kind of feel like it would be too time-consuming and slightly boring if I don't make some sort of progress. At the same time, I'm going mass battle cruisers, so what is really the better option here? Who's to say? Let's just keep getting some missile turrets. I feel like 75 minerals for these missile turrets are a ripoff, considering StarCraft 2. StarCraft 2 missile turrets are awesome, much better than these missile turrets, and they are only 100 as opposed to, I would expect them to have been double, 150. So maybe these should be 50 rather than 75. I don't know. What do I know? It's not a very versatile defense, to be honest. It's you know, it's a decent amount of money. 100 minerals is not a cheap thing you can do. Okay, so I want to get these upgrades started as soon as possible. Got my gas income. I'm going to need another gas. I don't know how many battle cruisers I'm realistically going to be able to make off of one base. I mean, I have an idea, but... we could do a turret right here, too, just in case. I'm really tentative of being dropped on and things like that. So, all right, so you guys come on over. I could make another command center and build it, like, up here and build another ComSat station to help me scout. So let's just start... So I think this base is kind of wide open. Yeah, there's a gas there, too. That would be nice to take. But, again, it might be more trouble than it's worth. Just judging off of the last... well, that was a random scan. All right, there's a blue base up here. I have no idea... Oh, there's no objective. I just have to kill everything. I really have no idea what I'm looking for here. I'm just kind of picking random spots. So there's teal and blue. Maybe there's another base in the upper right. Now, based off of the last map, remember, I pushed really hard to take that early expansion. And I thought, well, rather than taking the base that was surrounded by enemy bases, which would be this choice, it's very comparable to this, I decided to kill the enemy Zerg base, which would be comparable to this teal base. Now, I could still try that, but I feel less confident doing that with Protoss, and last map, that kind of caused me more trouble than it was worth in the long run, in my opinion. So in this case, I'll do one base battle cruisers, at least 8 to 10, and I can wipe out this base. And it shouldn't be too time-consuming because I've already got a solid defense set up. I don't really need to worry about anything right here. This should be more than strong enough. They're retreating. Interesting. I don't think I've ever seen that in StarCraft 1. I never thought that they did that. We'll get Yamato gun. And again, this shouldn't be horribly time-consuming to do. If we just go ahead, we get even 6 battle cruisers. I mean, I'll scan that base just to see what's there. But it's really also tempting to build. I think I am going to build another command center here. Just faster resource collection, faster SCV production in case we lose a bunch of SCVs for whatever reason. We can get another ComSat station or nukes. Probably not nukes though, to be realistic. We'll just do our supply depot, camp over here. So what's in supply depots? Are those like, is that like housing for our people? And is that like where the food is, where all the provisions are? I don't know. It's not really explained. I suppose in like Warcraft 3, anytime there's like a food mechanic, I suppose that's what it is. It's meant to be food in some way. Whatever your army needs to be self-sufficient. But like Zerg, I guess I would say like what do they eat? But I suppose it would be they're nourished by being on creep. I'm pretty sure is the explanation there. Pretty sure. Okay, so we can start 2 battle cruisers. We should have just enough money here very, very soon. I'll just queue up 2 at a time.
Hailing frequencies open.
Actually, we'll just start 1. That's fine. We'll queue up the second one when we can afford it.
Complete.
Okay, and we'll have 1-1. It's tempting to get 2-2 rather than... I don't know. Either way, we're going to need both eventually. I don't know. It'd be cool if I could recycle units that I started with. Firebat, Wraith. I mean, it wouldn't be a lot of money, but it would be something. It would help a little bit. Let's go ahead and get our second ComSat station. And again, I feel very comfortable with where I'm at. And what I can do is just leave my battle cruisers down here in case they try to drop on me or something. I feel pretty safe. We'll throw down... I just ringed with missile turrets just in case. As we saw on that space platform mission, I'm going to oversaturate this gas, by the way, and put 1 more SCV on it. We saw on that space platform mission, if you ring yourself with missile turrets, as enemy shuttles come in, if they're getting attacked, they tend to just turn around and run away. They do not like being attacked, so it's a good opportunity. It's a good opportunity to make yourself kind of safe from drops in that way. All right, so I'm just going to scan... out the entire fog of war. See, okay, so we'd have to take a ground army across our own bridge all the way around here, through Protoss forces, across another bridge, and then down and into Teal. So this is why I'm pretty comfortable doing a mass air fleet here. We do some battle cruisers with a couple science vessels if we can afford them, though I'm leaning towards not being able to afford them, honestly. Okay, one more battle cruiser. It's just a shame we don't really have access to more gas. Now, another thing I could do is check up further up. Maybe there's an option there. Repair. We're definitely going to lose this bunker. Okay, let's get out of here and remake this bunker. And this defense is, it's going to hold up. It's a little finicky, it's a little sketchy, but it should hold as we just build our battle cruisers. The biggest thing is getting more and more gas, of course. Okay, and I should start scanning up in this direction, though it actually is looking, well, we could take this other Wraith. It's kind of looking like this is all just a big island. We might as well scout everywhere with this Wraith. Sometimes I would consider maybe even getting cloaked just so I can fly a Wraith around the entire map and get a nice idea of what, just get a nice idea of what the terrain layout really is. It's hard to tell. Okay, well, I should have pulled that away earlier. I kind of expected him to fly and then get out of range of a cannon, but there just kept being more and more and more. There's no land route up here either, so if there is a land route, it's all the way up here. So this is essentially an island hop. I understand it's not actually an island hop, but it's sort of an island hop. So, I mean, it's an island hop. I'll just say that. It's definitely, I mean, it's not technically an island hop, but there's, even if there's a land bridge somewhere way up here, which it doesn't really look like there would be, but even if there was, I'm not comfortable. I have to go across 3 bridges to get to any enemy base, and the bridges are just so thin and annoying to navigate that I don't want to do it, so this is going to be that mission, and that's okay. We're getting gas at a reasonable rate. There's still a lot of gas in this refinery, so I'm feeling pretty safe. And you know what? This is a good time. Last mission was stressful. This is a nice, relaxing mission in the sense that I could turtle up in my base and build whatever I want. Missions like this are when I look at StarCraft 2 and think, well, there's some missions that, well, a lot of missions actually, maybe too many, where they're like, you need to go fast, you're timed. And I feel like those are the response to these types of missions, where I could sit on one base, make a bunch of tanks to defend myself, and then just make 12 battle cruisers and a win. It's kind of lame. And the thing is, it depends on what kind of player you are. If I wasn't showcasing this on YouTube, and I was just playing by myself because I wanted to beat Retribution just for fun, I would probably just make battle cruisers every mission, because if the goal is just to win, why would you not? I mean, I feel like the incentive would be to, there is a bridge here, the incentive would simply be to do whatever strategy is the easiest to help you win, because these missions aren't necessarily easy by any stretch of the imagination, and there have been a few where, if anything, I've been lucky. I feel like I've been lucky in how they've turned out. They could have gone really, really poorly, and I've happened upon an undefended enemy base. I destroy it very fast, and I managed to win. Things like that, it really, I don't know, it just makes it a little easier. So what I'm thinking is we use these battle cruisers, we wipe out Teal. Blue is seemingly inactive. They're not bothering me. So I could go and try to kill Blue, or I could kill Teal and get them off my back. Now, because Teal seems to be set to I don't know about a higher difficulty, but they're definitely more active than Blue. Maybe Blue won't come online until later on in the mission. It's hard to say. I could maybe try to go and get rid of Blue straight up. If I got rid of Blue, then they won't ever come online, and they would probably be easier to kill. Alternatively, we could get rid of Teal and not worry about anything ever. So that's why I'm leaning towards getting rid of Teal and then not worrying about anything ever, because then we could take the Teal base, we could take this base, we could fortify this base, which is right by this bridge, and Blue can only attack us with air units, and that's basically it. Let's move this back. Good old Yamato gun. We almost have enough for 2 more battle cruisers, and then we're going to attack. That'll be 8. I feel like 8 is a good number. I'll tell you what we don't have is we don't have as many upgrades as I'd like on these battle cruisers. So we're gonna get 8 battle cruisers, and then I'll probably also just go ahead and focus on getting +2 and 3 for my air attacks. And I mean, another thing I could do just for funsies is wait for oh god, Reavers. Oh god, can you hit it? I know you can hit it. Oh god, it's awful. Okay, good. That could have been worse. Is I could just make a bunch of ground units and walk them up to this bridge, and then when we're ready to go with our battle cruisers, then that's it. All right, here they come. Here comes Teal trying to drop on me. They weren't skittish there. Oh, you motherfucker. I bet he's got even more energy, doesn't he? Yep. Okay, move out of it. Okay, let's just leave these battle cruisers right here. We'll slowly repair them as we get more. Ship weapons level 2 and 225 gases. Not a joke. And we'll slowly repair.
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
Okay, siege on up. Hop in the bunker. And hopefully this guy is in a better place to hit Reavers as they come across this bridge, too. In fact, I'm going to move this guy over in this direction as well. This should get him a little bit closer so he can hit his Reavers, try to squirm their way across that bridge. On the plus side, we've got our own bridge, so it keeps us pretty safe from the Protoss as they come and try to attack me. So I can already tell you, this is going to be a snack discussion mission. Well, you know what? I've got an idea in mind, and I don't know if I want to do it now or maybe when we're en route to killing more Protoss. Now, here's the thing. I really like nachos. My wife and I both really like nachos. I guess we're talking about it now, right, as we're waiting. And we have a nice homemade nachos recipe. It's simple. It's fast. Those are two very important things, I think, to many at-home cooks. You know, if you want to make something more elaborate, then, you know, make your own recipe. That's your prerogative, right? But here's how you make some great homemade nachos, and there's a few keys to this that will make it better than your normal nachos. Number 1, okay, you get any chips you want, right? I just get Tostitos crispy rounds. I don't get the scoops because for nachos, I'm not into, like, scoops are good if you're scooping salsa, right? But at the same time, you might have too much of a liquid salsa to chip ratio, right? So I'm not big on the scoops for nachos. I stick with the crispy rounds, though you could do the big triangle normal restaurant style ones too. That would be acceptable for nachos. I feel like that's probably classic nachos. Number 2, ground beef. You get yourself some lean ground beef, but frankly, if you get ground chuck, it doesn't matter because you're gonna drain the beef anyway. I would recommend you cook the beef and then drain the fat. I don't know. If you're someone who cooks your ground beef and doesn't drain the fat, that's fine. You do you. To me, that's just kind of gross. I wouldn't do it, but whatever. Now, instead of putting in an entire packet of taco seasoning, put in a half a packet of taco seasoning. Hear me out. Rather than the second half of the taco seasoning, you put in a small can of diced green chilies. Okay? So you get your cumin from the taco seasoning, but then just put in straight up green chilies. They're cheap. You just get tiny little cans, small ounces. It's great stuff. If you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm waiting for my +2. That's why I'm talking and talking. And I'm waiting for these guys to get repaired, and then I'm going to attack. But that's your ground beef, all right? And make sure you get the diced green chilies. You don't want big green chilies, though I suppose that's up to you. You could also do jalapenos. That might be good if you cook that with the ground beef. I'm not going to say no to that. Next is the cheese. Now, if you're making nachos with shredded cheese, I kind of feel like that's just the default. But I am opposed to shredded cheese nachos, all right? Understand that it's important that you get nacho cheese. And I will tell you how to make nacho cheese. You get a block of Velveeta, and even if you don't like Velveeta, you think Velveeta might be gross, right? And I understand that, because it can be. God, fucking High Templar are awful. Kill the Templar Archive. I might have to actually back out here. We're going to kill the Templar Archive and then back out. Okay, so you get a block of Velveeta, and Velveeta could be gross. I understand some people might think it would be gross, understandably, but you mix it with salsa. And I would suggest getting restaurant-style salsa. The salsa, it's the Tostitos salsa that comes with a purple cap, all right? You mix those together. Let's back out here. We got to defend ourselves against these scouts. Back out. I will continue this in a moment as I get my bearings. We're going to make 2 more battle cruisers, 3 more battle cruisers, and then we're going to repair. And then you dice up the Velveeta just into like moderate-sized cubes, and then you use, I would suggest, the restaurant-style salsa because it's more liquid than it is chunks of salsa. Now, the reason for that is it melts the Velveeta better in the microwave, and it's more liquidy as opposed to chunky and thick. And I would recommend a more liquidy cheese, nacho cheese. So you mix those together, you got a nice queso sauce. So you could do, again, Velveeta with Tostitos restaurant-style salsa. Those are the 2 keys. You get the green chilies mixed with the ground beef, then also you make the queso from a Velveeta block. I guarantee If you, assuming you've defrosted your ground beef, you could make this in like 10 to 15 minutes. It's delicious. And then you can put on sour cream, jalapenos, lettuce, tomatoes, guacamole, anything you want, you add. But I'm telling you that the key is that cheese and the beef, and that is Jayborino's secret to great, quick homemade nachos. Trust me, just trust me. I know what I'm talking about when it comes to nachos. Don't doubt me. Anyway, let's pull some more SCVs and make this go a little faster, shall we? Get over here and repair. We got smoked by High Templar. I don't know what I expected. The problem is I should cancel one of these. I can make science vessels and just EMP them before they get to me. That seems like it would be the prudent choice, right? But I don't know. Let's just go and attack again and keep smashing our face against a brick wall until we finally make it. And we'll make it. We'll do it. They're clearly going to be rebuilding everything. I don't see another Templar archive, which just, as long as they don't rebuild those High Templar, I think we'll be fine. I think we'll be absolutely fine. I just hope they don't have another one. That would be... Yeah, they don't. So we can focus on getting rid of their tech. Oh, okay, that's not what you need to be doing. We have eliminated most of Teal's base. They're going to rebuild. These Dragoons are going to be constant Dragoon production, right? But that's okay. I'm not really afraid of Dragoons once we get enough battle cruisers. We have 8, we're going to have 9. And then we're going to have +3 here kind of soon once we can go ahead and get our 300 gas, which is going to be close. It's just taking longer than normal because we're repairing with all these SCVs.
Good day, Commander.
Okay, this guy's a little low.
Hailing frequencies open.
Almost there.
Good day, Commander.
Okay, great. So at least this made it a little more interesting than me just quickly winning by smashing through with mass battle cruisers. I could have made more battle cruisers. I could have waited for 3-3. That, to me, is when things start getting a little boring. If I start pushing through here, we get rid of the Stargate, stop scout production, move up, get rid of the Cybernetics Core, stop Dragoon production. It's going to be over. It's going to be over. So now we've got 9 battle cruisers. We've got 3-3 on the way. Let's go ahead and make this happen again. We have 2-2, which is better than what we were going into this with originally. So I'd say we're in much better shape to finish this. Again, just pushing in and getting rid of that Templar archive was good enough for me. But if I wouldn't have destroyed that, we'd probably be just pushing into another base with the exact same capabilities of the one that we pushed into the first time. So at least I accomplished something the first time. And I'm just going to depower this stuff. Okay, here come the Dragoons. I'm going to focus down the Cyber Core, honestly. So the only Dragoons they'll be able to use to field against me are the ones they already have. And frankly, that's all that I really care about, is Dragoons and High Templar and Scouts. And now they can't make any of those. They have nothing else that can go up against me at this point. Here comes Blue. It seems like Blue is now online. Interesting. Another thing is we're gonna, you know what I should have been doing this whole time is just constantly making Marines. Because we're going to need to move out and destroy those errant units that are just around here. It looks like Blue is actually coming to defend their ally. Interesting. But I'd like to get some SCVs over here. I won't even be able to move SCVs up in this direction until we clear out literally everything. So it's gonna be a little time consuming. Okay, no battle cruisers lost. This is already going better than last time, that's for sure. Oh my god. I'm just gonna move out of it. Don't tell me he can do it 3 times. He can do it 3 times. Good god. Okay, in theory, that's everything. In theory, that's everything. Let's go ahead and start our vehicle upgrades and just keep making Marines, and we'll get some extra barracks as well. Cool, cool, cool.
Receiving transmission.
It doesn't seem like they're trying... Oh, they are rebuilding. Interesting. There's a carrier here. Just go ahead and attack it. I could Yamato it. It's too late.
Base is under attack.
Okay, back up and start it. Just attack the probes, and then you Yamato this. And how's my base? My base is... It's still doing okay. We're constantly... This bunker keeps dying, but that's all we're losing. We're going to run out of money here soon, but we've already taken one Protoss AI out of the fight completely, so I feel incredibly safe. Who has enough energy to Yamato? Go ahead and Yamato this cannon. And if that's all the probes, then... Oh, they made another Templar archive, but they don't have any other... They have one gateway up here, and as long as they didn't make another High Templar, we should be fine. Let's just destroy all this. See, because we destroyed their tech, I think that helped a lot. It helped a lot because it forced them to have to rebuild it, and then they couldn't make more stuff. So I'm just going to keep making Marines. Just make a big Marine ball, and we'll attack with those later. And they can be lambs to the slaughter as we push across these bridges. What are you doing, dropship? Dropship, you're a waste of supply. Why don't you just move up there? I'm going to, you know what? Just in case we need to drop for whatever reason, let's just save it. I don't want to let arrogance ruin this. Okay, one Protoss base down. Theoretically, I don't even have to take another base. I could just go ahead and attack. I could repair these battle cruisers and then go and attack blue. That might be the best option, frankly. Okay, Marines. We're gonna rally everybody up to this guy. He's gonna die eventually, but that's okay. Marines, I want you to start attacking. I just want you to attack up to this base. Battle cruisers, come on over and meet them, and we're just going to kill all the errant teal units. Though I assume most of the teal units on the field were pulled back to defend their main base, so there might not even be any here.
Good day, Commander.
Yeah, it seems that way. So let's just go ahead and attack here. I'm going to grab an SCV, and I'm just going to run him to this base, and let's see if he makes it. Let's just see if he makes it. This is fine, honestly. I could make 2, but this is fine.
Upgrade complete.
And let's grab a bunch of SCVs and move them down here. We can start repairing the battle cruisers. And then I'm going to make more SCVs and rally them up. That is a Reaver. There's no way we can kill that with our current force. Well, we can chip away at it, honestly. Ah, that SCV blocked. He blocked the Scarab for us to do a little bit more damage. Wonderful. Oh, okay, well, that's fine. That could have been a lot worse. Okay, so lots and lots of Marines. We're going to rally them up to this defensive position. I see blue moving stuff towards my base now. So really, it's just waiting for this base. Well, I don't have to wait for this base to get it set up, frankly. I could just go ahead and queue up my extra battle cruisers, get a science vessel finally, move them over here. Yeah, these blue units are really confused because I'm like running units by them. They're just coming to attack me. They're instigated by the closest enemy buildings, I assume, so that's why they're ignoring my units that are just running right by them, which is fine with me. That is 100% fine with me. Okay, so let's go ahead and spread out these battle cruisers and start repairing them.
Good day, Commander.
Spread them out, spread them out,
All crews report.
spread them out. Okay, so let's do this, and this. And then move over there. All right, the waypoint is full. That's okay. Here comes a High Templar. That's going to get absolutely smoked. That's okay, so static defense, High Templars don't scare me because they're not going to get close enough to storm the tanks anyway. If they did, we'd be in trouble, but they won't. They won't get that far. So I'm just going to keep queuing up Marines and rallying them up there because it seems like as blue tries to attack us, they're not going to make it to where they need to go. And I suspect, well, I don't know. This base is technically closer to blue than my main base, but they're leaving this base alone, so I'm not 100% sure what they're doing here.
Good day, Commander.
Okay, repairing is going well. This is done. I'm not gonna get a nuclear silo. I feel like that would be a waste. Scan and scan. So I wouldn't say that I've really had any trying times with this campaign so far. I mean, I Yamato'd a couple High Templar, and you could say maybe if I didn't do that, I would have gotten stormed even more and lost all my original battle cruisers. I can see how maybe that would have been questionable in terms of difficulty, but frankly, I didn't find this very hard, so I'm cool. I'm cool with what has transpired here. Again, that's why I did this. You know, one mission or maybe 2 missions per campaign. I'll scum it up and go like mass tier 3, whatever. I'm not above doing that. I don't care for it. I don't really care for it that much. Okay.
Your forces are under attack.
Yes, good job, Marines. So what I'm gonna do? Yeah, get out of here, Observer. Just gonna keep making turrets around my base, just in case blue sends some shit down this way. Let's move my battle cruisers up here, and I'm just gonna clear out this area of cannons, allow my Marines to get across the bridge. Wait a minute, I realize now there might not actually be a ground route. Because you cross the bridge, oh, there is a ramp. That is a lot of scouts. We almost are able to out-repair this amount of scouts. That's pretty embarrassing for the scouts, if you ask me. Scouts just are awful. They're just terrible. Let's get +3 weapons.
Your forces are under attack.
Oh, God. Oh, God. I absolutely deserve that 100%. Okay, let's go. Science vessel, come on up.
Good day, Commander.
And I'm just going to make more just lots and lots of science vessels at this point.
Insufficient
Almost have
vaccine
enough gas.
gas.
Rally them up here, and let's just hope there weren't a bunch of High Templar. There were not. Now, again, I just want to clear this out and get my... I'll just keep making ground units now and just rally them up here. Just Marines, Goliaths, maybe some fire bats. It won't matter. We'll use my battle cruisers to do most of the damage. Okay, we killed 2 High Templar. They got 1 or 2 storms off, and we got rid of 2 of them. I don't even have EMP Shockwave. What am I doing here? What am I doing with my life?
All crews reporting.
Okay, so let's come on over here. Let's rally my barracks all the way up to here. Just Marines and fire bats. And then we could make more factories too. Goliaths.
Your forces are
What do we got here? Zealots.
Receiving transmission.
Cool. Come up here, and we should have another battle cruiser. So you guys are 1, and we should have 2 more science vessels coming on up. I got to keep an eye out. If I can EMP, honestly, the EMP missile moves kind of slow, so I'm concerned that I wouldn't even be able to EMP in time if I wanted to. Where's the Templar Archives? It's right there. I think if we just got rid of that, we'd be fine. Who's storming us? We probably already killed him.
Frequencies open.
Yeah, I'm going to do the same thing I did for Teal, is just focus on their tech. The AI is very rarely dependent on minerals. I understand that they technically are, but realistically, they can kind of just build whatever they want. So if you hamstring them in this way, I feel a lot safer. Go ahead and Yamato, not enough energy. Okay, that carrier's running away. Okay, and then let's go ahead and grab my science vessels, move them on up, and let's just move in with Marines. They're going to get killed by Storm. They're going to get killed by Reavers. They're going to get killed by Zealots. It doesn't matter. We're just going to slowly push our way across this base. We'll worry about the cannons last. But for right now, I'm kind of just focused on getting rid of the tech.
Your forces are under attack.
And that's pretty much it. We'll bring up some Marines to help clean this out, but for the most part, I don't see a big issue. We've certainly won.
Make it happen.
Our geyser is finally depleted. It looks like they're researching. Stop the research! This +2 upgrade, my Haltar Advance. I see that shit right there. Where is the Cyber Core? There's an Arbiter Tribunal as well. Look at those stalwart fire bats. Yeah, these Marines aren't going to do shit against this. So let's just keep making more. Oh, my Goliaths are stuck. They can't get out. So let's fix that. Let's just move all this stuff up. You guys start attacking in there, and we've gotten rid of the Nexus, it looks like. No, not quite.
Your forces are under attack.
All right, let's consolidate. Get rid of this stuff that's building. I don't know what they're making, but I don't like it one bit. I think we've gotten rid of all the probes. Ah, no. Absolutely not. Stupid, stupid High Templar. Made this mission longer than it needed to be. Okay, so the Nexus is gone. You know what would be cool is if that would have been the end of this mission, but guess not. Guess what? It never will be. It never will be, because that's just how this shit rolls.
Frequencies open.
Okay, battle cruisers do this and this,
Make it
and
happen.
I'm just
Set the course.
shift queuing up them to attack through all of these cannons, and then meanwhile some infantry will push their way through this stuff, and it should be it. Now they have no active production that they can get rid of this with. I mean, we knew from the beginning. You probably knew right away from me saying, I'm gonna make battle cruisers. You probably assumed this is how this would go, so I don't know. It's Thursday night. I'm recording this for Sunday, and I needed to get this recorded. So this is what you get. I'm sorry. I don't know. Honestly, there have never been viewers who have been like, don't make mass battle cruisers, don't make mass carriers. It's my own.
Make it happen.
It's my own set of opinions that kind of make me not want to do it. Frankly, that's just it. I don't know. I'm just not too keen on doing. Because that's the thing. I could have done this every single map, and how boring would that be? Boring. So I guess my story earlier of saying, like, if I'm playing this just to beat it, why wouldn't I make mass carriers? I suppose the answer is because it's boring as shit. Mass carriers, mass battle cruisers, whatever.
Is under attack.
Get these guys, come on up here and attack from this angle. Cool. We've certainly done it. You come on up and Yamato that one.
Receiving
Go over and
transmission.
Yamato that one.
Good day, Commander.
And who else has energy? You've got energy. Go over and Yamato that one. Alright, let's go. Keep attacking. I probably just A-clicked with the one that I sent to Yamato.
Forces are
That's
under
okay.
attack.
Ah, Observer, no! Follow that Observer. I don't have these hotkey, but that's okay. Get him! Get that Observer. Yes! No Protoss can escape from me. Hey, come on. Alright, this should be it. I've uncovered most of the map. There's gonna be like one pylon in that area. I'm gonna lose my fucking mind. Okay, great. Victory. Hey, well that one was about what I expected it would be. We'll see what the last mission is, and I really hope I didn't just waste my one... I mean, I'm arbitrarily putting in this restriction in place, but my one all battlecruiser mission allowance to this mission when it would have been better spent on the last mission. I don't know. Maybe we'll see what the last mission is, all right? But hey, this has been JayborinoPlays. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you're still enjoying this series. I'm really enjoying still playing a lot of Starcraft 1. When this series is over, well, first of all, there's still a Zerg campaign, and I quite enjoy playing Zerg a lot in Starcraft 1, so I have a feeling I'll still have fun with that regardless of what happens. But then on top of that, once we're done with Retribution, which will probably be in, I'd say, a month to a month and a half, once we're done, once we're through the Zerg campaign, I do plan on going back to StarCraft 1 custom campaign, so that's not going to change in terms of the schedule of uploads. So I hope you will continue to stop by, and I hope to see you in the comments and chat with you about this fun game. See you next time. Bye now.